Hello guys, I hope you are doing well. So in the previous video we will discuss how to find the kth smallest and the kth largest element from the array, and now we are going to solve another problem from SDE sheet of LoveBabbar search. So let's move on the CodeStudio and see which problem we are going to solve today. So let's move to the SDE sheet. We are going to solve salt 012 problem. So let's move on the problem. Here are the problem statement, that is, you have been given an integer array list ARR of size n. It contains only 0, 1s and 2s. Write a solution to solve this array. So the note is, try to solve this problem in single scan. Single scan refers to iterating over the array list just once, or to put it in other words, you will be visiting each element in the array list just once. So here are the input format, output format, notes and some constraint. You must read this carefully. So let's understand this problem by sample input. So here is the number of test cases, that is 2, and then here is number of elements in the array, that is 6, and here number of elements, that is 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 2, 1, 0. And after sorting this array, the array will become 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. And here is the new number of array elements, and then here are the 7 elements of the array, that is 0, 1, 2, 1, 2. And after sorting this array, the array will become 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. So we can solve this problem by three ways. First is, we can use a predefined function collection dot sort and give the array list a name. It will sort the array list, but it takes big of and log n time. So it is much higher. We can solve it in a big of n time. So let's see that approach. The approach is we traverse the each element of the array and we count the number of zeros element, ones element and two element. And after counting the number of zeros, ones and two, we will change the value of array. First we will replace each value by 0 with the till number of 0 will not become end, and after that we will change the value by 1, and then we will change value by 2. So let's understand this by function code. So here is our function name salt 012, and it will receive an array ARR, and using the array dot length we calculate the length of the array, and here we create three variables, zeros, ones, twos. That is the number of zero in the array, number of ones in the array and number of twos in the array. So initially all of these initialized by 0, and in the loop we traverse the whole array's element, and if the ith element of 0, ith element of the array is 0, so the number of zeros element will increase by 1, and if the ith element of the array ARR is 1, number of ones element is increased by 1, and if the ith element of array is 2, number of element will increase by 1. So here we are going to change the value of the array by 1, 2 and 3. First we will create an key variable that is initialized by 0. It is used for iterating the whole array from 0 to n, and while 0 is greater than equal to 0, that means we traverse we change the element of array till zeros is greater than 0. So we change the value. So here we are changing the array's value by 0, and after changing value k will increase by 1 for the changing value next index, and zeros will decrease by 1 because we have changed the one index value, and we will done this till zeros is greater than 0. Similarly, for ones and twos, arrays element will change by 1 and 2. And now let's run code and see what's the output of our program. So we can see our all test cases are cleared successfully. Now we submit this code. This approach is passes all test cases successfully, and it will take 5 to 14 milliseconds. So the third approach is we can use two pointer approach by using three variables. First is left, second is right, and third is mid. Initially, left and right is initialized by 0, and left and mid is initialized by 0, and right will initialized by nth element. And we traverse mid element from left to right, or 0 to n, or until mid is less than equal to right, because left, mid and right should not superimpose. So after traversing, if the mid element of the array is 0, we swap this by the left element, because in the left we have to replace 0, and if the mid element is 2, we have to replace it by the right element, and if the mid element is 1, we remain unchanged. So let's understand this by output. Here is the number of test cases 2, and number of element in the array is 6, and here is the number of elements 0 1 2 2 1 0. Initially left and mid initialized by 0, and the right will the number of element in the array, that is 6. And when we traverse the array, left, mid, arrays mid, that is arrays 0 element is 0, so we increase the left value by 1, and also increase the mid value by 1, and so our left से पहले का element will salt, and remain elements will remain unchanged. So in the next term, we are comparing first element, that is mid is 1, so first element of the array, that is 1. So if the mid element is 1, we remain unchanged and increase mid by 1. So here left is 1, right is 6, and mid is 2, increased by 1. And in the next term, we compare second element of the array, and here we find it is 0, so it will replace by the left element. So left is 1, so it will remain by first element, that is 1, so it will become 0 1. So our array will become 0 0 1 2 1 2, and the left element is increased by 1 2, and mid is increased by 2, and right will remain unchanged. And in the next term, we are comparing a third element, that is mid value. Third element is 2, so we replaced it by the right value. So right value is our 5, so we replaced it by 2. So it will become 0, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, and in the next step we are on the third element, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. We are going to compare this value, and this value is 2, so we replace it by the right value, and right value is 5, so we replace it by fifth value, and after replacing it, right will become 4 and mid will become 4. So here is it, right and mean is follow the condition less than equal to right, and if we increase or decrease right or mid element, the loop's condition will become false and it will terminate. So let's see the code of this problem. Here we create a swap function that replace the swap the value of ith element jth element that we have to pass it, and here the function name as it is, and we receive an array. Here the same as finding the length of the array. Left and left is initialized by 0, right is initialized by the size of array, and mid is initialized by 0. And we traverse the whole array till mid is less than equal to right. And here if the mid element is 0, we swap the left element with the mid element and increase left and mid both increased by 1. And if the mid element is 1, so we remain unchanged and do not swap any value, but mid is increased by 1. And if the mid element is 2, we swap the mid element with the end of the element, and right is decreased by 1 and mid is not changed. So keep it in mind. So we traverse the whole element till mid is less than right, and by this way our whole array is sorted, and we find at last 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. So let's run this code and see what are going to happen. We can see our all sample test cases passes carefully, and now submit this new approach. So here all test cases will pass successfully, and it will take 5115 millisecond. That is less minimum from previous approach 5214. So thanks for watching. If you find this content helpful, please like, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.